Hello, once again, everyone. This is Joel with Marker Ghost, and today we're going to be looking at The Art of Invincible, Season 1. Now, this is one of my favorite uh, comics of the last few decades. Um, it's a great series. I would say that before it was made into a animation, that this is probably what Spider-Man would feel like if it had a beginning and an end. It feels very much like young Spider-Man, but the show kind of takes the comic to a completely different level, but does a very good job of it. So let's look at it. There's no dust cover, so we're just going to look at the front and back covers. And then we're going to look inside. It's hard to see here, but there's actually a picture right here. It's a lot of small lines. I don't know if we can see it or not, but it's very, very close. Hard to see. It's by episode and has pretty good classification and organization of all the different parts of the book. Forward by Robert Kirkman, the creator. The cool thing is, Corey Walker, who was the first artist on Invincible comic, actually was the character designer on the show. I love the fact they show them normal and battle damage and different degrees of battle damage. One thing I should note, if you ever read the comic, you'll know that the destruction of the superhero team in the animation, which we're seeing here, is not even. It's way more graphic than it is in the comic. In the comic, I think Omni Man kills them all on one page, and here it's a pretty violent end. Color script. Here's episode 2, showing how people can be broken. This is the beginning of the sequence. Invincible, even though it seems when you look at it as if it's kind of a show for kids, it's definitely, I would say, more mature themes. Lots of violence. It's one of the few adaptations I would highly recommend because I think they do a good job and even expand a little bit on the comic versus some that can feel completely different. I think this one does a good job. The animation, the animated show does a really good job keeping the spirit of the comic. And I would say, and you're seeing it in this book, I would say that as far as a one person creative force who can do some really cool and quirky superhero designs, I would say Robert Kirkman is definitely up there. I would say the only one, in my opinion, other than like, talking the original people like Stan Lee and stuff like that. But as far as like living people today, I would say Eric Larson of the Savage Dragon, and he used to do Spider-Man way back in the day. I would say Eric Larson and Robert Kirkman both are amazing at just designing characters and superpowers. Here's some spotlights on the different characters. Adam Eve right here. Explode. I like how they show the different kinds of ways he can use his weapons. Different Guardians of the Globe, which is basically a kind of a, I don't want to say Justice League ripoff, but it's pretty obvious who the characters are supposed to be. Different lighting styles on the right. Backgrounds. Nice vehicle design and some tech, architecture, environments. Yeah, this is a great art book. It does justice to the show for sure. And this one falls just short of 250 pages. Actually, just around 230. Definitely worth checking out for sure. All right. And if you like this book and you like what I do, make sure you like and subscribe and check out the link to the book in the comments. All right. See you next time. Art of Invincible, Season 1.